up to the general election on November 5th, we are interviewing the candidates in several mid-Michigan races. Democrat Clinton St. Mosley is with us. He's running in the 9th Congressional District, covering Huron, Tuscola, Sanilac, and Lapeer. Mr. St. Mosley, you're running against the incumbent, Congresswoman Lisa McClain. Tell us in a few words who you are. What do you want us to know? What do you want the voters to know?
Yeah, well, thanks for having us on. I'm a business owner in Sterling Heights, Michigan. I own an insurance agency, father of twin boys. So they're 7.5 years old. And that's really one of the reasons why I got into this race, is to make sure that the decisions we make that impact families and impact my family are the positive ones.
Now, I'm wondering, what two top issues do you see as the most important right now affecting your district and or Michiganders as a whole?
I would say opportunities and wellness. So opportunities, making sure we have good paying jobs, making sure that people have access to unions, living wages, and great benefits. The second one is wellness. We have to make sure that people and families are not going bankrupt because they get sick. We have to increase access, increase affordability, and make sure that health care and prescription drugs, including mental health, are to all our citizens.
Big issues, all of them. Now, our final question for you is, do you believe in bipartisanship, and how are you going to accomplish that? You
know, it's funny. It's what we're based on, what this campaign's based on. If you go to Clint4Congress.com, Clint the number 4, you'll see that we say building bridges versus burning them. It's one of the reasons why we're in it. When I'm knocking on doors, when I'm talking to people, they are more respectful and calm and want to talk about issues versus what we see on sometimes social media or on the media. So it's a big issue that we need to build, bipartisan coalitions to solve issues, whether it's healthcare, opportunities, immigration. All these things require us to work together. That's what the people of the 9th and the people of Michigan require and want. And that's what I see out there when I'm talking to people.
That's really refreshing to hear. We have about 15 seconds left in our interview. What else would you like to tell voters?
Look, if you're looking for a choice, you're looking for someone who will work across the aisle, who work for Michigan and families, I'm your person. So I appreciate your consideration and appreciate your vote on November 5th.
All right, Clinton St. Mosley running as the Democrat in the 9th Congressional District race. We thank you so very much for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
Good luck.
Thank you.
9th Congressional District Congresswoman Lisa McClain, thank you very much for joining us today to talk about this race.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me.
I know you've been very busy. This is promises to be a tight election. I know you are the incumbent in this race, so some people know you. What do you want us to know about you?
Well, I'll be going into my 3rd term. Prior to getting to Congress, I was a businesswoman. I started, worked for 11 years at American Express, quit, started our own company, built it to a 700-person company. I loved doing what I was doing before I was in Congress, and then I made the switch to Congress. And I can tell you, I love doing what I'm doing now. It's just, public services, it's rewarding. The ability to help constituents, bring money back to our district, help veterans with their issue, help constituents with passports or IRS. It's extremely rewarding. I'm a wife, a mother. I have 4 children. My baby's 21. It's fun. I enjoy it. It's rewarding. I love doing what I'm doing every day that I go to Washington. Yeah, it's a little swampy, but it is an honor to be able to make policy and really bring things home back to my district. It's rewarding.
And what do you see, and I thank you for that, what do you see as the 2 top issues within your district and or Michigan right now?
Yeah. Really simply, the economy, the economy, the economy. Right? Everywhere I go, in my district specifically, but even throughout the state as I've traveled, it is a gas and grocery type of a year of an election. It's always, whether it's a small business owner, whether it's, a single mother, whether it's a family, it's all, what are you going to do to bring prices down? How are you going to make housing more affordable? How do you people liked paying $1.50 for gas as opposed to what we're paying now. You know, they liked putting 30% more groceries in their cart. The border is an issue that's a given, but even I would say the number one issue is, my goodness, interest rates are skyrocketing. Small businesses are going out of business. Auto workers are getting laid off. People are scared and they want to know that they're going to be able to raise their family and pay their kids. So I see that as really the top two. It's the economy, the economy.
And we talked about prior to this discussion the tight races throughout the country and in Michigan. So it's obvious that bipartisanship is probably a very important thing. How will you, if you are elected, reelected again, go about making that a priority?
Yeah. Well, I think you can do it. And I think I've done it. If you look at, I'm very conservative. That's no secret. But I've been able to work across the aisle and actually get 3 bills signed into law with a Democratic Senate and a Democratic president. So my actions speak very loudly. And really, if you look at bipartisanship, there are definitely things that we do agree on. Unfortunately, they don't get covered. So two really big issues that are I hope to be bipartisan, but that I've been able to work on and actually pass legislation revolves around the Great Lakes and the protection of those Great Lakes, right? Whether it be tourism or industry, the Great Lakes are very important to us. And the second are veterans issues, right? People who have made the ultimate sacrifice and really, done so much for our country, being able to make sure that our veterans are taken care of. Those are two really bipartisan issues that we all can agree on. And those are the 3 bills that I've actually gotten signed into law as a Republican, but with the majority being, Democrat. So I'm very proud of that.
We thank you very much for your time and the information you've provided. I've been speaking with 9th Congressional District Congresswoman Lisa McClain, who is running for re-election. Thank you very much.